everybody. Welcome to episode 26 of The Mesh Tongue. Brian Boyle here, and hey, thanks for the questions, the comments, the support. I hope you are getting as much value out of this as I am having fun providing this information to you. And yeah, keep those questions, comments, and all the love and support coming this way. So appreciate it. So episode 26, I want to talk to you a little bit about the mental capacity in running. Most people would say you have to be a little mental, and I think I've found myself in good company over the years in runners, that I've either worked with or that I've run with, and being a little bit odd, a little bit different, a little bit mental, if you will. But there's something to be said about going out and running, by yourself or in a group, for 2 to 3 hours and going out and just tearing up the road or the trail. I think you do have to be a little bit mental, even though I say that runners are a smarter breed. Yeah, maybe there's something about it that we've got that kind of forces us or kind of draws us to the sport. But when I talk about mental, the perfect example is this whole concept of Nike working on their sub 2 hours, or breaking 2 is the Nike contact, the breaking 2, and then there's another group out of I believe they're out of England, the University of Brighton. Maybe South Africa, but their group, sub 2 hours. This scientific push to break the 2 hour mark. They've got the best teams of scientists, the best teams of engineers, kinesiologists, physiotherapists, running coaches. These groups are looking at all of the different aspects of clothing, the shoes, the perfect storm of race courses. And there's a gentleman that's got a book out that predicts that we could possibly, if it was on a circular track and you had pacers coming in and out, that you could break the sub 2 minute mark. If you're not aware that the marathon record right now, the world record, was set in 2014. And the guy set it, and ran a 2:02:57, which comes out to about a 4:41 pace, which is blistering. Okay, I've only ever run a 4:30 mile once, and it was, I can tell you, faster than I had ever gone before, and I was not carrying that for another 25.2 miles. I can guarantee you that. So, these guys that would go 4:41, the person that goes sub 2 in the marathon for the 26.2 miles is going to have to go 7 seconds faster per mile. Okay, I mean, so you're literally looking at a 4:34 mile pace held consistently over 26 miles. Now, the reality of it is that when you have somebody like Bill Rogers, who won Boston and was running 300 plus miles a week, wearing blue jeans in the Northeast United States at the time, using flat Coke to get themselves a little bit of the caffeine and sugar, because things like Gatorade weren't invented just yet, and there was not these sports science drinks and such. Anything that they could get so that without the carbonation. I mean, these guys, if you talk about rudimentary, I mean, flattened Coke in a bottle, the blue jeans that they would wear in training because they didn't have anything warmer, and these guys were able to run 2:09. You take 7 minutes off based on supposedly the science and such. I'd be willing to bet that the first person that goes under 2 hours isn't necessarily the most gifted athletically. I bet you they don't have the best technology. I bet you they don't have the best science. I bet you they don't have any of these things that may be considered to be that the thing that's going to put them over the edge. I bet you it's going to come from the guy that believes he can hold a 4:34 mile pace over 26.2 miles and go in under 2 hours. Okay, I truly believe that. I think that person is going to have that special mental, almost Navy SEAL kind of toughness. Somebody that can endure horrific amounts of pain as the body is trying to shut down by that 2 hour mark for how fast it's going. The metabolism, is just burning at that point. That person is going to have to be able to endure significant amounts of pain to be able to get to under that 2 hour mark in that marathon. And I think that's going to come from somebody that's more mental than physically gifted. Mark my words. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's going to be the key to it. I don't think I think that these three athletes that Nike's kind of taken and the group that the University of Brighton is kind of taking on, I think they're going to do all right. But I bet you there's somebody somewhere that says, you know what? Yeah, I can run 4:34 for 26.2 miles, because I certainly couldn't. Okay, I can't even sit there convincing myself that I could do that. I bet you 99% of the population is doing the same thing. There's going to be 1%, and there'll be a few after somebody breaks that 2 hour mark. I guarantee there's going to be like when Roger Bannister took down the 4-minute mile. I guarantee there's going to be other people that will take that on and will figure out that it's no longer a barrier. Yeah, we can all do that. Just like when the marathon mark went under 2:07 and then 2:06 and 2:04, and there's been more people doing this. But I think it's gonna be more mental. So I would say if you can work on your mental game, okay, the shoes won't matter, the clothes don't matter, okay. If you can endure and you believe that you can do something, I think you're already winning. So, hey, thanks for checking in. Brian Boyle here, episode 26 of The Mesh Tongue. I appreciate it. Keep those comments, questions coming in. Appreciate you sharing this. And if you find value, share it with your friends, your family, your training partners. But whatever you do, don't go hurt yourself to come back and check this out. Hey, have a great day.